what I did on my rice diet week. What did I make? How did I make it? How often did I make it? Why did I make it? And all that kind of stuff. All right, so the number one that I did, I did this one every day, is I would make a medium size medium grain rice. It's more like everybody expects, like the Japanese rice. It's not a sushi rice. Sushi rice is like the smallest rice you can possibly find. It's a medium. I would make that, and then I would cut nori. I would get the sheets of nori. I would cut them in half, and I'm going to show a little video here. I'm not going to show how I made them because I didn't take that video. And I rolled them up, and then I would get some kind of sauce that I liked, and I would dip them in and eat them kind of like you would eat like chips, I guess. And that was really good. And I did that every morning because the nori actually, it has a lot of iodine in it, and it increases your thyroid function, which is something I'm dealing with. Number two that I made Tuesday through Tuesday through Sunday, I made this almost every night, all but one night. I made a miso rice soup. So what I did is I cut up like little pieces, some carrot and some cabbage, and I would put them in the bottom of the pot. I don't put anything else. I just let them kind of sweat and get softer. And then I would put about 2 tablespoons of miso, which is a lot, but there's not any fat in there, any real lot of fat. 2 tablespoons of miso. I would put, and I don't really worry about the estrogenic effects with miso because it's a fermented soybean. I know in Japan that's highly coveted, and you don't see any of the hormone issues in Japan, so I'm not going to worry about the little bit of miso. Then I would put in however much you like of teriyaki sauce. I put a fair amount. Then I would put in some hot mustard. And if I really wanted to, I would put in some sweet and sour type sauce or some hot and sweet type sauce with the pepper flakes in there. And then I would let that all kind of simmer for a little while until everything was really in. And then I would put in as much vegetable stock as you like. If you like a lot of soup, then put in more. I don't like a lot of soup. So then I would let that come to almost a boil, not quite a boil, and then I would put the rice from the rice cooker in there. Now, can you do this with cooking the rice in the pot? Yes, and I didn't do that, so I don't know how long that takes. So I would put the rice from the rice cooker in the however much you want. Again, if you like it soupy, just leave it soupy. If you don't really like it soupy, and then I would let it all roll in the boil for a little while. And the rice does take in some water, so it does get a little fatter, quite a bit fatter, matter of fact. And it kind of turns almost into porridge, which I really like. If you don't like porridge, then just put the rice in and then eat it. Don't do the boiling it on the stove. That one's really good. That one is insanely good. I actually make more than you think that you're going to want because that just goes down so good. It just digests so good too. What is number? The other one that I made, I didn't make a ton of stuff because, I just didn't. The other one that I made was I did a yakisoba sauce. So that's Worcestershire sauce, and Worcestershire sauce should be the most. So like maybe actually you can do like a quarter cup if you're going to be eating a decent amount of rice. You can do a quarter cup of Worcestershire, then you put some tamarind in, like a tablespoon, maybe 2. Then you put 2 tablespoons of ketchup in. Then you put 2 tablespoons of brown sugar in. And you mix that up. Now, if you want it thicker, then you can put some cornstarch in there. I feel like I'm missing anything. And 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. So there's like 5 items in there. So you mix it up. You put it in there. You basically boil some cabbage, like really finely cut cabbage, and a little bit of carrots in there. You boil that up, and then once that's going and the cabbage is the consistency that you like it, you put the rice in there, and then you incorporate everything so everything is the same color. I'm going to show the video of the finished product here. I made a lot of it. This one I actually had a hard time finishing, but I did finish it. But you might want to make more than you think you're going to eat. The only thing I will say about this is it doesn't warm up terribly well. You can, if you have a rice cooker, after the next day, you can put it back in the rice cooker and put it on reheat, and it will do very good at that. But if you're going to be microwaving this, it kind of just, it's a glob. So I would just only make what you're going to eat. And if you're going to want to reheat this, I would leave some of the cabbage, the carrot, and the sauce stuff in a separate bowl, and then I would cook rice the next day, and I would just add that in, because it really it turns into basically a snowball that you can't get undone if you try to heat this up. And I will also say, before I let you go, I started off with a banana smoothie in the morning from Thursday on. So if you wanted to, I would, you know, if you got the timing right for ripening bananas, I would just start off with a banana smoothie and then go 100% with the nori roll. 'Cause those are perfect too, because you can eat those cold pretty easily and they taste good, or you can warm them up really good because you don't care that it's a glob of rice. And then just bring a sauce. So if you're one of these people that goes to a job, you can just bring that to work. The nori does smell a little seawater like. I wouldn't call it fishy. If you really are brave, you can bring the nori strips and not heat them up and heat some rice up and just make them at work if that's a possibility for you. But this is what I did through the rice diet. You could really, I mean, you could really run with that for weeks, if not months, and not really get bored with it, in my eyes. And you could also make, you know, rice and beans. You could, you know, you could really, if you don't want 100% follow the rice diet to the exact T, like the fruit juice or sugar, and then the white rice, you can mix it up. You can add potatoes in. I'm not going to talk about potatoes in this video. This is my video. I hope you liked it. Questions, comments, concerns down below. Give me a thumbs up. It really helps me. If you like this, share it and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.